Welcome to your top-rated global podcast that is your one-stop shop specializing in entrepreneurship, self-development, smart investment decisions, and other relevant topics that add value. This podcast is hosted by owner, doctor, and content creator Dustin Steffi. We are blessed to have accolades that include a 2022 nomination by the People's Podcast Awards in the category of business, which is voted on by the people, all of you. Money donated to two amazing causes, cystic fibrosis and the Boys and Girls Club. Lastly, global recognition of being a top 50 podcast in 4 countries. Without further ado, let's chop it up. Welcome to a special episode of Chopping with Fire. You're joined with your host, Dustin Steffi, the owner of Speakeasy Tattoo Company, Manny, and lead piercing badass, Bree Jackson. She's a little nervous, so for those of you watching on YouTube right now, show her some love in the comment section so I can show her all the comments.
You're gonna get them.
Yeah.
With that being said, this episode is special because as this podcast is an entrepreneurship, business, and self-development podcast, we have two very good entrepreneurs right to my left and a lot to talk about. So with that being said, I want to dive into a couple of housekeeping things. I'm going to turn over to Manny. We have a couple events coming up for Speakeasy Tattoo Company that you guys can be a part of that are locals to us. I am going to turn that over to Manny so he can discuss it.
Hello, everyone. We are going to be doing the Rockabilly Riot in Reno at the Nugget this coming July 6, 7, and 8. I'm a little behind here. Sorry. Yeah, it's coming up real quick. Come out, show some love, show some support, get a tattoo, come get a piercing. Come see us, guys.
And speaking of piercing, I am going to hand it over to Bree because she is the awesome piercer. So we're gonna kind of do a little mini expose on her. All right, Bree. So with that being said, I know you've been piercing for shit since you came out of the womb, I feel. So let's just dive into your story a little bit, huh? Like, when did you start? What got you into this? Obviously, clearly you're experiencing it. If anybody sees you on the video, they know, you know, where every piercing goes. So let's talk about it.
Okay, so I started probably way younger than I rightfully should have. My parents owned a tattoo and piercing shop out in Fallon called Wicked Ways. And I started as being my parents' apprentice, just holding the piercing tray and just watching, being there every day. And probably about 12 years old, I was very first introduced to it ever. I started piercing on myself about 13 or 14, and friends, family members, anybody around me just knew that I'd been doing it. So probably about 15 on, I started piercing either friends of friends, people from school. My lunch breaks, I would make a quick buck doing piercings. I had my own whole piercing kit. And then getting into adulthood, I'm turning 31 this year, and I probably haven't gone a single year without having a new piercing. I consistently on myself. The most I've ever had was 42 at one point, all of which I've done myself. I don't think I would trust somebody else to do my own piercings. So, and that gives me a lot of really good practice too. I want to pierce somebody else without piercing myself and knowing what I'm doing, extensive research. Even in my free time, piercing never gets old to me. even after as long as I've done it, even on simple piercings. So that's like my main passion for sure, is always been piercings, and eventually body modifications is where I want to get at.
So when you look at the piercing world, and I have 0 piercings, but I have a daughter, and thankfully you've pierced her for her ear. What do you think the biggest like holdback is for people when it comes to piercing, or what do you feel holds people back from coming in to get a piercing, and or what do you feel like with piercings in general people are looking for? You've seen a lot. You've seen bad piercings, you've seen good piercings, you've seen diagonal, you've seen up and down, whatever, right? Like, what are you seeing in the world right now for people coming in and getting piercings? Are they nervous? Are they educated? We're in a society where we have Google and YouTube, so I feel like people should be well educated, but that kind of only goes so far.
Right. So I think the main thing is being uneducated. I'll get people in here wanting piercings and not knowing if they have the correct anatomy or not. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things. People think, oh, I see this piercing, I want this piercing. They think they can get a piercing that they like, but they don't realize what goes into that placement, body type, anatomy. If you don't have those things, then you just can't get it. Some piercers even out there don't understand body anatomy and how each person differs also. So I see a lot of those things with piercings that I get people coming in asking for piercings, asking what's wrong with their piercing that they have. And it does take a little bit to study somebody, and if you don't know what you're looking for, you'll look right past it, and that contributes to if you do a correct piercing or an incorrect piercing. And that makes a world of difference, because even a really greatly placed piercing, if it's not taken care of, it's not going to heal. If it's misplaced and it's not placed correctly, it will have the longest time healing. It's very slim chance that something placed improperly or somebody that doesn't have the correct anatomy will even heal in the first place. So I get a lot of people like that coming in, people that don't know what they want to get, people that are extremely nervous and don't understand what it goes into the actual piercing process, the types of needles that we use, the tools that we use, the types of jewelry that we use. All of those things go into each different like specified piercing point on a person's body, and it varies greatly from earlobes to the upper cartilage to nipples to oral piercings, anything like that. Everything changes. No one piercing, even no 2 earlobe piercings are going to be exactly the same.
So if I'm some Joe Schmo that walks in, right, what ideally do you want me to know about piercings or my anatomy, or what research should I be doing beforehand to come in here and feel comfortable getting any sort of piercing whatsoever?
So first thing I like to see people do is do their due diligence of knowing where the piercing is being placed and what it takes to get that. So I get some people coming in asking for like highly controversial piercings. Not to say that I won't necessarily do them, but I expect somebody to know why these are highly controversial, why they're high risk piercings, why most piercers won't do them. You're putting your name on it. I'm putting my name on these piercings. Whoever walks in here and walks out, if I'm piercing them, that's my reputation, that's my name I'm putting on it, and that's what I'm putting out there. I'm advertising myself out there on what I'm doing. So I want to make sure whoever's coming in is knowing what they're looking for. If they don't know, ask questions, because I will spend 30 minutes with you back in my chair doing a consult, however long it takes, to make sure that you understand what piercing we're doing, what we're going to be looking for, what to expect, the aftercare, all the things to look for. If something starts going wrong, you know what to look for. and at which point to come and contact me again so that I could help you through the healing process. It's not just I'm going to pierce you, you walk out, you're on your own. I'll downsize jewelry to make sure that it has the best optimal healing chances, things like that, because shit happens, man, you know. So, and I understand that, and as long as you understand that, like, I expect my clients to be open and honest. They have trouble, concerns, questions, anything like that, I'm more than happy to answer anything that they have going on. So
I'm going to take a step back, because we got to know your journey. We got to know we dove right into business, but what we didn't dive into is the fact that you're running your own business. Can't take him anywhere. You're running your own business.
right.
So with that being said, my biggest question is, when we talk about, especially on my podcast, and especially you and I, even when we talk about running your own business, there's so much that goes into it. Yes, you have freedom and flexibility, and you can work your own schedule. You have a family, all that shit. But the biggest thing that people don't realize is you don't just dive right into it without having a plan, being structured, all of that stuff. So walk me through how you have so many people that actually want to come get pierced, get tattooed, whatever the case may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you stay structured? How do you stay organized? How long did it take you to understand that? How long did it really take you to figure out how to be your own businesswoman and actually get this done, you know?
It was extremely difficult. It took me a while. Even still today, I just had a baby 4 months ago, so life is hectic. But I stay on my phone. I try and answer messages when I can. I get a lot of walk-ins. I do miss some of my clients, but I'm thankful that I have some really dedicated clients that, you know my work, trust my work, and trust me, and are willing to wait for me and be patient with me also, because I am hit or miss sometimes, and I accept that. But basically being on my phone, people reaching out to me. If somebody wants something, I'm not too far away, and I'll pop in for, specific people. If they reach out to me, I'll make time for them. And I don't want people to ever think that it's a burden or anything like that, because I bring my son in here and he loves being here and everybody loves seeing him. I have a lot of clients that, yeah, we got a shot baby, guys.
Yeah, he's horrible.
So everybody loves hanging out with him. But it took me a long time. Manny still helps me out with it a lot, because he knows that I am juggling a lot, but he knows how much this means to me, and this is all I want to do. I left from Panasonic making really good money, and I'd rather be in here doing this, because I can make the same wages in 3 hours, so this is definitely where I want to be at. I'm able to be myself here.
With that being said, we're in a day and age where access is easy, instant access. If people want to get a hold of you, if people want to book, if people want to ask questions, what are some of your social handles? What's your email? How do you want people to get a hold of you?
So a couple different ones. Obviously Facebook Messenger. I've had people, message me directly. That works just fine. I don't mind that anybody messaging my personal platforms. I have Instagram also, and which is also linked directly to my Facebook. And then I have my Speakeasy email, breeze@speakeasytatco.com. That gives me direct messages as well. And then I also have my personal email, piercingsbybreeze@gmail.com. So literally anybody can write me, message me, message on our Facebook page, our actual shop Facebook page, my Facebook page. Any one of them will get through. They could even just call the landline. So
send you a letter.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're in a day and age where it's instant access, guys. So like she said, She's on social media. She has, if there's a piercing that you're looking at and you're doing research, I highly recommend going to www.speakeasytatco.com
That's the spot.
and heading over to the piercing page, because she spent some time with me and we've put a lot of piercings on there. So there's a lot of visual aids, I guess we can call it, where you can kind of see what she's doing and the work she does, and maybe do your own research and give her a call. So with that being said, the only person that is holding you all back from getting a piercing is you, because you have the instant access and you know how to get a hold of her. And honestly, quite frankly, she's the only one that I would let touch Peyton for a piercing anyway. So why not give her a try? With that being said, I'm going to shift gears to Manny real quick, because with every sort of business, there's always that one guy that manages everything. And I just wanted to throw out to him kind of just the open mic for everything that's going on. I know we're running some flashes right now, so I want him to be able to explain that, because we're in a day and age of instant gratification. And so with that being said, not everybody wants custom pieces like all three of us have. Some people just want quick bangers. So I'm going to hand it over to Manny real quick so he can explain that.
Hello, everyone again. Got the place a little cloudy, sorry. So we're trying to offer, again, weekly, bi-weekly, keep it updated as much as possible. Your guys' flash, you guys ask for flash a lot. So we got our $60 flash, 80, 100, 120, and 140. They're pretty good size. They're pretty fun. I mean, just check out our Facebook page, Speakeasy Tat Co. Give it a look, give us a message, and come on down.
And with that being said, since I'm the poster child of walking billboard, I got a flash on my wrist, and they are pretty decent sized. So check them out. With that being said, any other loose ends, guys?
Yeah, I got something else.
All right.
So back to the piercing. When you go somewhere and you walk in and they don't have an autoclave or any tools in house to do piercings, walk out, guys. Okay, that's some serious business. It's your health. Take care of yourselves. Go to a reputable spot. Ask questions. Even ask to see the tools. We'll show them to you. Just ask. Okay. Any questions? Message us or even talk in person. We got you.
I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
And off that, also, I love talking about it. So, like, you have questions, like any of it, I will sit there and talk your ear off about piercings, tools, what they're used for, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing this, why I'm doing that. That's pretty much the only thing that I know in this world, like inside and outside, like, and I'm constantly learning more. Like, it's not that like I know all, so I'm, nobody can teach me nothing. Like, no, I'm learning constantly all the time, every day. Shit's always changing, different techniques, new piercings, new things coming out, and I'm on top of all of that. And if I could share anything with you, if you have questions, anything like that, like, ask me, because I'll sit there and talk to you about it. Those are like conversation starters that I can talk about all day, huh?
Oh yeah,
I
all day,
talk.
all
I
day.
talk.
We do it all.
I'm a talker. So
She's like a personal therapist. Don't let her fool you. Her side job is therapy.
mhm.
So she loves to talk, just not in front of the camera.
Yeah, no, that was stressful. It's stressful. It's still stressful.
With that being said, again, please, if you guys haven't done so already, you all see my social posts. Please check out speakeasytatco.com. That website's pretty packed right now, actually, with a lot of good things. We will work on getting the flash up on there. I just have to do better about getting it changed out. So we will work on getting that on there, but head on over to the website, and every sort of communication link is on there to help get you guys to the right spot. This shop is knowledgeable. They're all entrepreneurs. They all know what they're doing. So do your research and then come see them so they can have some fun with you. What tagline did we end up coming with for piercing?
Oh, it was
that was a good one.
What the hell was it? Something about getting a prick,
Prick your prick.
poke your prick.
Poke
Poke
your
your
prick.
prick, something like that. Which I do those also, so you know.
Oh yeah, well you do them all.
Mhm.
Specialty piercings, Bree.
Yep.
So with that being said, please check out everybody's socials. Everything is posted on that website. And if you can't find it on theirs, you can find it on mine. Mine is linked directly to their stuff as well. So with that being said, thank you all for listening, and we are wrapping it up.